There's a mystery in town, so called the coolest pup around. Go Scooby, a pup named Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, a Scooby-Doo. Ha! Join Shaggy in the crew, Daphne, Freddy, Scrappy, Velma too, and Scooby, achoo, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, a Scooby-Doo. When the ghosts and ghouls attack, Scooby eats, Scooby snacks, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Jinkies, Scooby-Dooby, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Scooby-Dooby, and Scrappy-Doo. Wow! So come on, it's mystery time. You can help us solve the crime with Scooby, a pup named Scooby, Scooby, a pup named Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Scooby-Doo! And now Halloween begins.
I would have never guessed him.
I know. People, Frogs was rated PG, and that was a little too much for her. This movie is rated R.
Well, it's got a glare.
This movie is rated R, so... Okay.
Show it.
I already did.
No, you showed it too far away. There. Student bodies.
So, to close out this year's Halloween reviews,
Bah, bah, bah.
do you want to talk about it? I want to hear. I mainly talked about Frogs, so because I get criticized for not letting you speak, you can review this movie.
Okay, it's about a high school. Whoever plans to make out ends up getting killed. I think the high school was called Lamb or Lamb.
LeMabe.
LeMabe High School. The principal was real weird because...
That's Bamal backwards.
Because today the deaths were occurring during the one big day. Big bands, big parade, big prom, big fun. How many were there? I don't remember how many he said. So it all kind of, you have a lot of people that work for the school that are suspects, but they hone in on this one girl. She doesn't lie, but they think that she is the killer.
Because she's always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. So it starts out... What was it? The parade?
Babysitter.
Oh, the babysitter. Oh my God. She was making 75 cents an hour?
I thought it said $15, but then it dropped to 75 cents.
75 cents an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And the
That
girl...
seems a little low for the 80s.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
And the girl, because I used to babysit, and it was 50 cents an hour in the late 70s. So inflation took it up to 75.
Okay.
Now most people get 10 or more an hour. Wow.
There
anyway.
was one joke on the Nick Mom show, Parental Discretion, with Stephanie Wilder Taylor, where she said, like, if they didn't want me to have boys over, they should pay me more than $25 an hour.
Yeah.
She was like, $25 an hour? When I was your age, I got paid 25 cents an hour and I had to vacuum. That sounds terrible.
Yeah. So she was in the house and she was kind of scared, and she got a call from her girlfriend to give her information about the Civil War because she had to write a paper
Spoiler
about
alert,
it.
the North won.
Right, she had to write a paper about it, and then the phone kept ringing.
What about the killer?
Well, it just breathed and didn't talk much. And then it kept ringing, and it was the same guy. And then one time, the phone was like, answer me.
The phone
answer
was
me.
actually moving up and down.
Like, answer me, answer me. Yeah, and then...
Oh, what about the dog?
Oh, then she heard a cat meowing, and she goes to the door, she looks out, and it's a dog that is meowing like a cat. But then she comes back in and she doesn't lock the door. And then...
Have we mentioned yet this is a parody of of slasher movies.
Yeah, and there's all of these like words telling you
Yeah.
like
At the beginning, it says
bad idea,
At the
and
beginning, I think it says Halloween, then it says Friday the 13th, then it says Jamie Lee Curtis's birthday.
yeah. So then her
No
boyfriend
love
shows up
for.
while
I
she's
guess.
taking a piece of chicken out of the
I
refrigerator.
guess they couldn't get the rights to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. So she takes a piece of chicken out of the refrigerator. She takes
With
a bite
Dunkin'
of it.
Donuts and Coors.
Yeah. And then she takes a bite out of it, and her boyfriend shows up.
She doesn't really take a bite out of it.
Well, it was separated on the floor.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah. So she didn't swallow it or whatever happened.
So then
They go upstairs, and then she tells him to take a shower.
Because he has herpes. I'm not sure if
He has to
showers
be
can get rid
clean.
of herpes, but anyway.
She wanted him clean. And so then,
The slasher.
yeah, the slasher is downstairs in the desk trying to get a murder weapon.
Yeah, he sees like ropes, he sees a gun, he sees a knife, he sees a
Hammer,
hatchet, a chainsaw probably.
Hammer.
But then he aims for the most deadly item ever known to man.
That's what is on your desktop in a small box?
Paper clips. I'm not sure if a paper
Oh my
clip can
God.
actually kill you, but
Well, it did here. She got her face pierced.
we can try it with the big guy if he gets really
No,
sick.
stop it.
I'm joking, people.
So they just showed her face. And
No,
so
wait,
then
wait,
the boyfriend
Wait,
comes
you
out of the
forgot about
shower.
something. You forgot about something. Walking up the stairs.
Oh yeah. Why are there so many stairs?
I need to get in better shape. And then he's like getting stuck.
Bubblegum.
Yeah, he gets stuck on bubblegum and he ends up like taking off his galoshes,
Yeah.
which are wet. So it's kind of like Home Alone. And then he gets his hands caught on gum too, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, it gets funny towards the end when he says, I want to kill that kid with the gum.
So then, I need to be a little graphic here.
Okay.
It ends with the girl kind of looking like the female version of Pinhead, where she has a bunch of paper clips inside her. Spoiler alert, no blood.
Yeah, they're stuck into her face, I said. Yeah. You got it? Do you understand?
And then the boy is in a body bag. Then the boyfriend, then the husband and wife comes home, and the mother is like screaming, "Ah! She didn't do the dishes! Ah! She left the TV running!"
And then the father
Oh, with the fried chicken
on the floor.
And the piece.
And then he gets a rubber band and he rubber bands
put it back together.
and put it in the fridge.
But then when
They went to see a horror film.
But then when he says like, "Honey, don't scream again. If you scream one more time, you're gonna have a heart attack." So then she sees the dead body and she's like, "There's a dead body."
She opens up the garbage bag and she says, "There's a dead body." And then he comes in and sees her. Then he screams. Oh wow!
Then we cut to the funeral where then people
the principal
are like,
is talking instead of a pastor. Can't figure that
maybe
out.
that happened in prom night. I don't know.
I don't know.
I've seen some of these slasher movies that they're parodying, and there are characters in this movie that are from like slasher movies, like the guy who's not quite all the way there, who's like in the basement around all the pipes. That's a reference to Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a reference to any scary guy that lives in the basement of buildings.
It's mainly Freddy Krueger.
Okay. Okay, we'll go with Freddy Krueger. Okay.
So anyway, oh god, okay. So there are two
Well,
people.
it flashes on TV. 1, 1, 1.
2.
2, 2.
So then at the funeral, which by the way, this is a running joke throughout the movie, where blank gets me hot.
Yeah. Funerals get me hot. Yeah. It goes on and on.
Boring gets me hot.
Yeah, it goes on and on.
Uh,
So at the
horse heads
funeral-
get me hot. Trash gets me hot.
So at the funeral, another couple is bored.
Yeah,
So they go,
so they're about to bang in the car.
but he didn't bring protection. So he had to run and get protection and foam.
He got like a huge grocery bag of stuff.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure he was well protected, I guess.
And then
Maybe they were going to put on plastic sumo.
I don't know. So anyway, then
Well, before he leaves, he says, "Now don't start without me."
Yeah.
And then he comes back
So
and she's like,
wait. The girl is slashed, but she does this thing with her eyes. Like, can you do it?
"What?"
Like her eyes, like. Mm? Yeah, she do that.
I can't do it as well.
Yeah,
as
she
you did.
she does it like that to imply that she's being killed, and then when she comes back, she's like this, but she's like, or like,
No, she's just like this.
and she's like cross-eyed.
Was that with the horse? The bookend?
I think that was the first. That might have been the first case with the horse.
The horse bookend.
Then they go to school because they're students, and
Yep, you go from a funeral and you go straight to school.
I'm sorry, people. This scene made me laugh.
Which one?
There are two people parking in the handicap spot.
Oh, God, yeah.
One of them is blind, but don't worry, his dog is driving.
Yeah.
And another one is in a wheelchair. And then, like, a girl just parks, and they're like,
You're in our spot.
"What's your handicap?" "Beauty is a handicap." So
Okay.
then they're, like, at woodshop class, I think.
Yeah.
So Mr. Oh, by the way, this is way funnier than Mr. Burcham.
Okay.
So anyway, there's this African kid,
Kid from Africa, exchange student.
and it looks like he's wearing like
It was a quota.
It looks like he's wearing a dashiki or something, and it's like
He walks into class late,
very late, like
all year late.
yeah, it's September. It's like, boy, this is the end of June. My bus just got here.
I don't know how it floated across the ocean. It must have been on a ferry.
So then,
Do you know how to make wooden horse bookends? No. Okay.
sit down. Okay. And this movie
I don't
has
know
a
why
run.
you're doing it on the last day. You're making bookends, and that should have been a project.
Horse
earlier.
head bookends.
Yeah, I know, and it should have been a project earlier.
This movie has a weird asphyxiation for horse heads.
No, the wood teacher does. Woodworking teacher.
No, a lot of them are killed that way, right?
No,
Okay.
one.
So then it's implied that he's the killer. Then what's the next scene? Is that the cheerleader scene, or is that the girls' locker room?
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like, I like girls and lingerie and sweat
And my mommy told me not to do this.
and girl sweat. It's like, well, you know, there's a kink for everybody. Not shaming, right?
So then
It is
of
annoying.
course-
It is annoying that there is no female nudity in this scene. Just saying.
But the producer of the film does make an
Yeah.
appearance and says about all the other that they have frontal nudity, that they
Blood,
have blood, they have something else,
swearing.
and he said we're not doing any of that.
No, they said they couldn't afford any of that. So, you.
Hmm
Now it's rated R.
Friendly you. Yep.
Oh, then there's a scene where one of the girls like, "I'm never gonna age," and it's like, what's your secret? Here it is. It's Valium. When I get a wrinkle, I'm gonna kill myself.
I thought it was a chemical, like a peroxide or something.
Oh,
It wasn't Valium.
Oh, it was just some chemical.
Cyanide.
Cyanide. Oh.
Yeah, it was cyanide.
Kids, teens, adults, anyone who chooses to watch this, do not do that. It's merely a joke in a movie.
Yeah.
Don't get this movie canceled.
Yeah. We're serious about that, folks.
So anyway,
Very
like,
serious and sincere.
So almost all the girls leave except
Too
for
many
one.
hits.
Except for one. And then one of them just, like, runs, like,
Yeah, she doesn't
downstairs,
put her
like, in a
top on.
hallway.
She's running with her top like this. Okay? You're running out of the girls' locker room and you don't put your top on. She's running like this, holding her top. Whoops. Malfunction, people. We'll fix it in 1 second. I think we're back. Okay. So then she ends up, okay, if you were smart, you would run outside, okay? The girls' locker room is close to an outside door because you have gym outside in high school all the time.
Yeah.
And not really on the last day, but...
But for someone who hates horror movies she loves, she clearly doesn't understand tropes.
So she ends up going to the basement. And she meets
this weird dude. Weird is an understatement.
He used to be a teacher.
Weird is an understatement because...
He had very long, stretchy arms and big hands.
He kind of looks like if Tom Green lost like 90 pounds. And it's implied his parents are the same gender.
Yeah.
So maybe he's adopted, I guess?
I don't know.
Or maybe that's a reference to Sleepaway Camp? I don't know.
The principal in one
No, I think
scene,
Sleepaway Camp came out
when they
after
all
this.
end up in the principal's office, and he keeps a garbage can in the corner, a metal one, because the same dude comes in there to go to the bathroom because the office used to be the men's bathroom. Don't know how that happened. But and then the principal explains that he was in a car accident. It was a head-on rear-end collision. And
he got smashed from both ends or something.
Yep. And that's why they don't.
So he's kind of like walking weird, and he has a romance with a woman that you know what? This movie is so...
She's very plastic.
This movie is so sexist, it didn't even give her a word of dialogue.
I know.
She's just there.
He has imaginative girlfriends.
This movie treated her like she was just an object.
Yep. Yep. Just a toy.
Completely inappropriate.
Yep.
So anti-woman. Anyway,
was this PG or R?
R.
Oh, okay.
It was R because there's that one word.
Swore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it showed a little bit of blood at the end.
Mm. Well, the crown showed blood too.
So anyway,
I don't know why the paper clips didn't, but anyway. So how many couples have now? Only 2 couples so far, right?
4, 5.
Well, we had...
Didn't like 12 people die in this movie? Or maybe I'm thinking of the last movie.
No, a lot of people did. Because the only ones that didn't die were the old woman, the man from the basement, her boyfriend.
Okay, coming up next, like over the phone, it's like, I am talking to you. Why do you sound so weird? I'm talking through a rubber chicken.
Yeah. Oh, a chicken.
Was that a thing in the 70s and 80s?
Yeah.
To talk through rubber chickens?
Not talk through them, just, put rubber chickens everywhere to scare everybody.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's odd.
And the
and
lady,
then it says,
what role?
Click.
Did you hang up on me?
No, I just said click.
Oh, you're so funny. So then he says, then he gives a clue and he says, parade. And then the next one is...
Was it the...
football game.
Oh,
then
yeah.
The next one...
The parade.
Prom.
The parade was pretty funny. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I made a joke. I made a joke during the parade, like, look at that bull. He's so gay.
Yeah.
That's a reference to Fun in Balloon Land, people. And when that movie came out, that word meant happy.
Yeah. Joyful.
Yeah. And, oh, there was a line where it's like, If you think our school is good, we say bull.
Oh, and the football game. Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
It looked like a junior high class playing high school.
okay.
And the junior high class was from Lamab.
Okay, picture this. It would be like if you had McLovin as a football player going up against, like,
Andre the Giant.
Dwayne Johnson from The Game Plan.
Yeah. So
It's like they're like half the
these
size.
little kids. So the high school team
Oh.
was making all these easy football touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other team had to get creative.
Oh my God.
Okay, the whole team was
Wait,
knocked down.
I want to say this one. There's a ref that was doing like, call it, and then one of the guys just takes it and it's like,
Mine.
it's like, okay, go.
Okay, you guys, and then he kicked.
This is one of the funniest.
You receive. You
This
kick.
is
He kicked
one of
his
the
leg.
funniest football parody scenes I've seen since Not Another Teen Movie,
Yeah. So then,
or maybe the
okay.
comebacks.
So
I think I need to rewatch that.
The big guys, they had scored like 3 easy touchdowns.
Are we gonna talk about the?
Well, I want to talk about that
concessioners?
little guy. No, just this little
Yo,
guy.
hey man, what's up?
Yeah, his whole team is wiped out on the floor, on the field, and he's like holding the ball, and he's like, "I'm cool, I'm tough," and then he runs through them, and boom, he scored a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other time they were tackling the ref, and here comes a kid
Oh,
out
yeah.
without his uniform on, and he scores a touchdown. He runs for a touchdown.
Just believe in the ball and throw yourself.
Hot dogs, peanuts, soda, popcorn.
I'll take a hot dog.
So he throws him the hot dog in the bun. You want some mustard with that? Sure. He sprays him in the face.
You want something to drink?
And then the other guy was, I'll take a hot dog. And so then he gets
Okay,
a
here's the
hot
hot dog.
Shoved
Here's
in
the bun.
shoved in his mouth. Oh, you want a bun with it? Oh, you want mustard?
And then for like
Then- no.
peanuts and popcorn, they were just like throwing
They
them.
were throwing peanuts out to the crowd and popcorn. Yeah, it was an interesting football game.
And because there were
And then the
because,
girl that wanted
because
to be
there were
prom
bleachers,
queen. Yeah,
because there were
there's
bleachers,
always bleachers.
people are gonna bang underneath it, and that's we forgot
to say at the funeral.
No, we forgot to mention that how they died at the parade. He was looking for something, so he somehow killed the woman with an eggplant. I'm not sure how.
Where's an eggplant on a fake flower?
No, it was a bull parade. It was a
I
bull
know.
float.
But they were fake flowers like the Rose Parade. The Rose Bowl Parade.
And then the women under the bleachers, or the woman under the bleachers, she gets killed because of a eraser?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how. And then like her face is very pale white.
Pasty white, yeah.
And then the
Kid comes up.
the boyfriend that was going
Yeah.
to him is like chalk residue. And then he gets killed.
Then he got bagged.
Meanwhile, that girl is like knocked out, and it's like, anyone accused of a crime, please leave. And then like a third of them leave. It's like, anyone who is not important to this movie, please leave. Almost everyone leaves.
Then there's one left.
Anyone
The guy
whose
from the
parents,
basement
anyone whose parents are not of the same sex,
that
please
are
leave.
of the same
That are of
sex.
the same sex, please leave. Ah, dang it! Everyone mentions me.
I get picked last.
So anyway, then, so she ends up. Oh, the bodies.
Girlfriend.
The bodies end up being like taken out, like they were football players, like on like the
Stretchers.
on the stretcher things, and it's like dead body, 15-yard penalty.
Then he started to pace off the 15 yards.
Then they're off. Then they're back at the principal's office where they're like, "Who is the killer?" And then the girl is in the body bag. And
Well, she was covered with a sheet.
yeah. And,
They weren't in the office. I thought they were at the.
you
Anyway,
know,
okay.
I said in Scoob I'm not a fan of toilet humor. But you know, if it's done well, I'm a fan of anything. I'm a fan of mostly anything. And in this,
Who ate beans for lunch?
Yeah,
We all did.
the dead body just like farts.
And the nurse said,
It's like,
even though you're dead, you can still release bodily
you can urinate,
fumes.
you
You
can-
can fart.
you can have an erection, and then you hear a boing. It doesn't show it, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. And
So-
the girlfriend, the innocent
Oh,
girlfriend,
then he
is there.
farts, like, then the body farts again, and then it opens it.
No, the door was open because they all went running out.
No,
Oh, the smell! They went running out.
oh, well, then he takes off the bag, and I guess she's like passed out, and she's like, where am I? It smells like Cleveland. Get it, Cleveland steamer?
Yeah.
And then the body farts again,
And they go,
but it launches them out of the room. This movie is really funny.
yeah. If you're going to see a horror film and you hate horror films, this one walks you through it by giving you the clues. Dumb idea. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is, I would say the
And the gym
first.
teacher didn't get it. That was, or no, the woodworking teacher at
Oh,
the prom.
I-
He was getting worked up.
I just remembered something. There was a scene in the science class. And I did not pick this movie to go immediately after Frogs, but this is another movie, or this movie has dissection of frogs, and she says, okay, now we're gonna chop off the frogs' things. They're gross. And it's like, jeez.
A butcher knife. Yeah. So I did not guess who it was. You had an idea who it was, didn't you? I mean, it was giving all different types of clues and then erasing them, well, taking them out of the picture.
It's like, who wrote this movie? Lady Jess? No,
And how did the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
psychiatrist-
people. I'm sorry, people. Lady Jess did not write this because it's actually funny.
who killed the psychiatrist? When did he get killed? Because he came to life.
I don't know.
He came to life, or he was with all the others when they showed up dead. But the old lady was in there too. And what job or role did the one lady have that kept picking up the phone? And this is
I thought she was
typical.
like the nurse.
No, the nurse was in the nurse
Oh,
thing.
was she like the principal or science teacher?
I don't know. But it was funny because when the phone rang first time, she goes, "Oh, let me get it. I'm the furthest away from the phone." And that's like typical in an office. There's all these people around. I guess I'll have to get it. Maybe she was the administrative assistant.
So, you liked this movie.
It wasn't bad. If I'm going to pick a horror movie for next October, it's going to be funny.
So, a PG movie was too gory for you.
Yes, because it lets your imagination run.
This
walks you
R-rated
through it.
movie you
Had
liked.
One swear word. This
And it had a little gore.
This walked you through it,
Yeah.
and they
'Cause it was a parody.
made fun.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the type of horror movie that I can handle. No getting my mind messed up. Anyway, would you recommend this?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Blu-ray. Which, by the way, you know, some studios, the Blu-ray has no special features on it, so yeah, I kind of want a 4K of this. Scream
Then why
Shout
get-
Factory, get it going.
Then why buy the Blu-ray?
Because I don't want to get the DVD.
Did we watch a Blu-ray or a DVD?
We watched the DVD.
So the DVD doesn't have it. Oh, you want... Okay. Going through his library and doing mostly Blu-ray conversions or
Mhm.
donate. And we do have a few that we're just going to leave as DVD. So He'll just have to deal with it.
We only have like 3.
Anyway.
Anyway, join us next time when, since Halloween is over, and because I always pick horror movies, I've decided to pick a tame kids movie from the director of Chopping Mall and Hard to Die.
What?
Bye!
Bye-bye. What is that?